Shalom, Everto. Today is Wednesday, and I'm gonna talk about my weight loss journey. I have received many compliments, many questions. I lost 90 pounds. I can say that. I wanna do big celebration when I lose 100 pounds. I still have some 10 pounds to go. And today I'm gonna talk to you about my weight loss journey, and that it wasn't easy, but I never thought I'm gonna accomplish that, but I did. So today I'm gonna talk to you what I endured and what really encouraged me to lose weight. Um, okay. First of all, I'm gonna tell you that from my childhood, my teenagers years, to my adulthood, I was overweight most of my life. I grew up in Western Massachusetts. I went to school there. I moved to New York almost 3 years ago, before COVID, and honestly, I did not like here. I don't even like here either, up to this day. But I'm still here. And the only reason I'm gonna say that I grew up in Western Mass in a small Slavic Jewish community. When we would have gatherings, people would come up to me when I was a teenager, and they would not have a sense of comfort, sense of tell me that, oh, it's okay, but they would pinpoint my weight. My weight was like always like a talk and a pinpoint. And it was extremely difficult. From a young age, I learned to go on a diet. My diets were very like starvational diets. I followed Weight Watchers. I followed. When I was 17 years old, I purchased my first diet pills, and I took them, and I got really sick. I got sick to the point that I did not feel good at all. I had palpitation. I had like shortness of breath and everything, and my mother got very scared, and she thought she was going to take me to the hospital, but Baruch Hashem, I was okay. And to continue on, when I became like 17, 18, one man, he came in the end of the congregation, he came up to my mother and said, your daughter is extremely fat, she's never going to get married, nobody's going to marry her, she's very overweight. But I did not have a problem marrying. I got married at 19, and I had a baby when I was 20, and my marriage failed, and I felt very discouraged. My weight skyrocketed, and I can say that after my delivery, I gained weight, and I decided to go on a diet. I joined Weight Watchers, and I started to go on this diet journey. I exercised. I followed Weight Watchers very religiously. I can say that. But I still did not. I lost 72 pounds, but I couldn't keep it up, so I gained everything back. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Through my whole life, I never I was always on a diet. Closer to my beginning of my weight loss journey, I was on a keto diet. Um, and I was in 2018. I was on this keto diet. I lost 36 pounds, but I had so much stress, and when I kind of say that like I didn't know what was going on. I would lose, I would gain, I would lose, I would gain. And one time after Shabbat service, this lady came up to me and she said to me, "You really need to lose weight." And I would be like, I was so devastated, and it wasn't even an encouragement that she told me. Instead of that, I just went to the store the next day and I bought myself European chocolate Milka, and I ate it. It didn't help me at all. There was no encouragement. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. I did see myself in the mirror. I felt very abused and humiliated Even though I tried exercising and everything, but I had such a hard time of keeping my weight off. So I decided, so when I came to New York and I went to my doctor and I explained to him that I feel very exhausted, I feel very bad, and he said that he needs to run a blood work on me. So he ran a blood work on me, and my hormones were out of whack. My thyroid was underactive. So he said, "Oh my gosh, you need medication. You really need to, like, I need to prescribe you some medication." So he prescribed me medication, and he also advised me to go and see endocrinologist, go and see also gastroenterologist. So I went and I see gastroenterologist. He performed the endoscopy on me, and I had ulcer problem. And basically, he prescribed me a diet, and I had to be on that diet. So afterwards, when I decided to be on the diet, I started to follow this diet. I was on a liquid diet, and I lost some weight, but then I had some mini procedure, and I actually, continue losing weight. So to that point, I'm gonna this video is just for encouragement. I'm gonna tell you, if you're a teenager and you're watching my video, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I want you to remember one thing: you are beautiful no matter how you look. You are wanted. You are desired by Hashem. Hashem created you, and He wanted you before the foundation of the world. Even if your father or mother tell you that, "Oh, you're not pretty as your sister," "Oh, why can't you just be like your sister? Your sister is skinnier than you, and she seems to be holding everything together." Honestly, I'm gonna tell you one thing and one thing only: you're not your sister. You are you, and Hashem created you the way you are. He did not make mistake, and I learned this. The most difficult way I learned that, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. I kind of don't care what people say anymore about myself. I kind of don't care what if they're gonna come up to me and say you're fat. Honestly, I work in office, and I had this lady. She wanted to hurt my feelings. She came up to me and she said, "Oh, you're fat. You're fat, And I looked at her and I said to her, I actually looked at her and I said, "You probably did not know what to say to me to hurt my feelings, so you said this." Because sometimes there's a people who's immature, irresponsible, disrespectful. They would come up to you to destroy your peace, to destroy your shalom, to enter into this. But I used to listen. I used to listen to Hasatan's lies. I used to listen to a crap, a ludocrap from a people that were around me. They would come up to me and they say how fat I am. They would come up to me and say that how I'm not good enough. And let me tell you something. I was so discouraged. I was so abused by that. I was so, how do you say, many things happened to me in my life because of of discouragement. Many things happened in my life because I had these people who come up to me and told me that I'm not good enough. I had the people who come up to me and they would tell me that I'm not pretty enough. Because of my weight. But let me tell you something. Today I'm gonna tell everybody, whoever's gonna watch this video of my journey, I'm gonna say screw everything what you're gonna think about me. I don't care. Because let me tell you something, my weight loss journey was very special and very unique. And where I am right now, I am much happier than I used to be. Because let me tell you something, it's not about only my weight loss. It's about my journey that I learned to value myself and self-confidence and everything. So this is who I am. My continuation of weight loss journey, you're going to listen into part 2. Thank you. Baruch Hashem. Bye.